Welcome, family, to the Atlanta School of Marriage and Relationship. I am Jimmy Stevens. I'm a pastor and your relationship coach. Today, let's talk about something today. I think this is very important. Well, I know this is very important in terms of understanding what it is we are supposed to be doing as an individual in our own life that will impact our relationship for the better. I'm going to say that again. We need to know what we need to be doing as individuals in our own life so that our relationship can be impacted for the better. Our relationship is really, honestly, it is an outward show of what our inward relationship is. Relationship with your spouse, your partner, your children, all has to do with your inner relationship with yourself. I can't give you what I don't have. I can't give you love if I don't have love. I can't give you a level of inspiration if I'm not inspired. I can't give something I don't have. And so a lot of times we're looking to receive something in our relationship without thinking about who am I in the relationship? Like, what characteristics do I want to bring to this relationship? What experiences do I want my spouse to experience from me? That's the first place we start. What is it that I want my spouse to experience from me? So today I want you to write that down. I want you to write down what you want your spouse to experience from you. I want you to write down what you want your children to experience from you. What do you want them to experience in terms of when they are communicating, relating to you? What should be their takeaway? What is your desired expectation of yourself that you want to contribute to your relationship? Your desired expectation of yourself. Your desired expectation is what you ideally should strive for, because the ideal expectation of yourself should be a subconscious process. If I'm talking to the church, I'm saying this is what's going to be sown into your spirit. What? Your expectation, your ideals of yourself. That inward vision, that inward perception of us. Scripturally, Paul said like this. He said, Ephesians chapter 1, let the eyes of our understanding be enlightened, that we may know what is the hope of his calling and the exceeding riches of his glory, of his inheritance in the saints, in us, in other words. So what do I need to bring to the table? What do I want to bring to the table? I need you to list that. I need you to talk about that. That needs to be your vision. That needs to be your ideal self. Your ideal self, you should have an ideal of. If you don't know what you want your spouse to experience, that's why things are happening the way they are. You have to recognize whatever you bring to the table is what they will experience. But if you don't have an expectation of yourself, you don't have a certain level of discipline for yourself, if you don't have a certain level of standards for yourself, your partner or spouse will not experience anything that they need to experience, because you haven't put any effort into creating the ideal person for you. Now, you may struggle with, how do I know what I want to contribute to the relationship, or what my expectation should be of myself in the relationship? Let's do another exercise. First off, I still need you to write that stuff down. Okay, you can pause it, go back, whatever. But this is how I want you to visualize it and see it. I want you to imagine, because this will happen. Imagine your eulogy. Imagine your funeral. Okay. So, for the sake of this exercise, your eulogy, your home going service, if you will, is in a church. And the church is filled. Right. And if you were to walk down the aisle of this church, and you would see your casket or your cremation remains, whatever you're going to do, you're seeing this right now. Okay. people in there, you're seeing yourself. Question: what do you want your wife or your husband to say about you truthfully?